Mindset. Let's have an honest conversation about it. How does this affect you as a hockey player? Well, let's start off from the premise that I assume you have a goal. I assume you have a dream, someplace you want to play, an impact on a team or in a league that you want to make. Now, what gives you the best opportunity to allow that dream to come true? Well, let's go down to the foundation of it. I think there's three factors. One is you have to become the best player you can be. You have to reach your potential, in other words. You have to do things that allow you to push your standards to maximize whatever is inside of you. That takes an approach. That clearly takes an approach. A practice session is just not a practice session. A training session is just not a training session. It can be something very different from player A to player B, depending on how they show up, depending on the intention that they have when they're there, and the plan that they have to get better, to continue their development arc. That's one. Two, you have to perform at a high level consistently, regardless of external factors. Meaning, you have to make a high impact as consistently as you can. You have to be courageous enough to make the impact that you want. You have to be resilient enough to be able to recover from the things that don't go your way. You have to maintain the energy required and the emotional strength to perform at your best. That is not a physical thing. That is a mental thing. That is mindset. And three, this might be the secret. You have to be liked. Your coach needs to be a fan of yours. Your teammates need to like you. The sport is very social, and there's humans making decisions about where you get to play and how much you get to play. That has everything to do with your likability, your leadership skills, your energy, and your ability to make people better. That is also mindset. If you can maximize your development opportunities, if you can perform at a high level, and if you can do it in a way that people enjoy being around you and they want you on your team, you have now given yourself the best opportunity to get the goal that you want. And if you aren't thinking about mindset as a skill, you're missing the boat. It is something that can be trained, mentored, worked on, and it is the X factor for you getting what you want. So, if this is something that you want to look into, if you want to start this season and have an impact on this season like you have never had before, now is a time to get involved. Check out my mindset quiz, see where you stand, and let's start the conversation of making you the best player that you can be.